Hello and welcome. My name is Didakus Piusodiambo, and I'm going to talk to you about mediation. First, the question is, what is mediation? Mediation is a structured conversation where a neutral third party, called the mediator, helps two or more people in a conflict talk out issues between them and reach their own agreement. The mediator does not decide who is right or who is wrong and does not impose any solution. It is the parties to discuss and to come up with a solution. The mediator will just facilitate by encouraging the parties to talk, to negotiate, and to come up with their own solution. A solution that they see can work for both of them. We call it a win-win solution. Think of a mediator as a referee, somebody who is a referee for communication. A mediator is not a judge. A mediator is not a lawyer. A judge will listen to both parties and come up with a judgment. A lawyer will argue for the party they are representing. Mediation is different from other dispute resolution options. For example, when you go to a court and you are before a judge, the judge will decide the outcome, and the outcome will be binding. And also, our courts are public, so everybody is allowed in. The judge or the court is actually a formal place, so you must actually file your papers and realize everything is in order before you bring it in court. And in court, it's adversarial. It's you against the other party. Whoever wins, wins. Arbitration also involves a third party, but the third party listens and makes a binding decision. So you realize mediation is different from the court, and mediation is also different from arbitration. In mediation, the parties keep control of whatever is going on between them. They talk, they negotiate, they are guided by the mediator so that none is actually one is more powerful than the other one. Yeah, the mediator's work is actually to ensure that both parties are having a level playing ground. Why do people use mediation? Mediation is faster and cheaper as compared to the court process. Mediation is private. What is said remains confidential. Mediation preserves relationship, useful for families and workplace. Imagine people have disputed in a workplace, a mediator has sat with them, and they have resolved their problem. Same even in our families and in the business places. Mediation is flexible. You are not limited to what actually the comes out of the mediation. You can still come up and renegotiate if you feel that something maybe did not go well the way you had wanted. You can still come back. You will call the other party and you talk again and renegotiate. This is the typical flow of a mediation. Usually there's that opening where the mediator sets the ground rules and explains the process. Then number 2, we have the storytelling section. Each side explains their view without interruption. When party is talking and something comes up, you just note it down. When your time comes, you actually air it out. Problem solving. This is where now, after you have told your story, you identify issues, interest, and options. And with the guidance of the mediator, you now put the issues on table and you help one another solve them. You negotiate, you talk to one another, you listen to the other side. They also listen to you. You give your offer, they also give theirs. You talk about it, and at the end of it, you get a win-win solution. Then we have the negotiation part. Each party works towards an agreement that both can live with. You don't just accept because the other person have dictated terms, and you don't also just dictate firm terms. You talk about it, you agree. Sometimes you disagree, but at the end of the day, we focus on coming up with an agreement. Then there's this agreement part. If an agreement is made, it is written down, and if there's no agreement, the parties are still free to go back to court. The key idea: mediation works because it shifts the focus from who is to blame to what do we need going forward. It's not a blame, I blame you, you blame me. No. What do we have here that can help us go forward, mend our relationship, and continue in life? It's about interest and not just about positions. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.